Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Ah, audio is pretty good. Okay. All right, cool. Audio is pretty good. All right, so we good to go actually. All right, man. Good morning, everyone. This is actually just a test run, but I'll do some observation while we here. So this is another live stream I'm going to add on in the mornings when I have my coffee. It's going to be coffee and charts. So I'm actually going to get some coffee right now. In fact, so let me go ahead and take a look at platform. It looks like everything is actually good. So my audio is good. And right now we're streaming live on 3 platforms. So we should be live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So when you make your way on, make sure that you give it a like, give it a heart, give it whatever you got. Yes, indeed. Coffee and charts. All right, cool. So audio is actually better than I thought it was going to be. The audio is coming from these little headphones. So I can actually walk around. Um, all right, so let's take a look at the NADEX chart real quick. See what's going on here. Audio's good, right? Audio's good. All right. So I see Melanie in the building. I see Jay Carter just popped on. Anthony Penn, Dozy, Ralston, Jermaine, Orion, Walker, Ashton. All right. BCJ. Tony watching from prison. You serious? Wow, that's crazy. If that's true, that's crazy. Vision was good. Ugh. Um, how do you go over here? Still trying to figure this thing out a little bit. All right, yes, a type. Yeah, the iced coffee will do. You right. Well, yeah, whatever you got. Whatever you got. Yeah, mine is brewing right now. I'm about to go get my cup. Cat, don't start. It's cat. All right, coffee's on deck. Coffee's on deck. Definitely smelling like Arabica beans. You're right about that. Yeah, I'm reading the comments as I'm coming on here. I see what Tony Moms is saying. He said he watching the live stream from a contraband phone. That's crazy. Been in since 2008. Cat, if you don't shut up, yeah, that's crazy. Well, Tony, just the fact that you happen to stumble on this live stream, letting you know the stars are lining up. I'll just say that. Now the cat shall remain anonymous. I'm not gonna call him because he's gonna come over here. I ain't gonna say his name. Yeah, but good morning, everyone. Good morning. But yeah, Tony, I definitely want you to be successful when you get released. That's a crazy story. Been in there since 2008. 2008. So that's what, 13 years? Wow. Um, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Right now, just doing an observation. So this is what I normally would do when I'm on the charts, just observing and waiting. Make sure when you're coming on that you like the video also. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a heart, whatever you got. But for anyone that is new to TeamAlliance, what you're looking at on the screen is the platform that we use to trade on. This is called NADEX. Um, NADEX is a very powerful platform to use. This cat will not shut up. Let's do, man. NADEX is a very powerful platform to use for trading. Trading is a powerful vehicle to use because not only can you make money, but you can build an actual career using trading as a vehicle if you learn market skill and then apply that market skill to the instrument that you're trading to be profitable consistently. So that's the key, really. The key is consistent profitability in the market. Um, if you learn how to be consistently profitable, you'll always be able to earn. And if you're always in position to earn, it means that ultimately you can scale up the size of your earnings. So, you can increase how much money you're making because you're consistently profitable. But the key initially is becoming consistently profitable. That's what makes it all work. And that's what we focus on. That is what we focus on here. Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with what Damon is saying. So this is the perfect business to have when you come out. I agree. I agree. Something that, requires your skill and your ability and is not dependent on what anyone else is doing. You know what I'm saying? That's very powerful to be able to have something in your hands that you really control. You learn how to control yourself, you'll be able to navigate the market, efficiently and ultimately be profitable when you trade. And that's something that nobody can take away from you. Oh man, that coffee's just right. Wow. yo, yo, that coffee's just right, man. Damn. Yeah, that's a good question. What Walker is asking. Tony, how'd you find out about the stream? Did you just? Yeah, I'm actually curious to know now. Did you just run into this by chance, or did somebody tell you about Team Alliance? Like, how'd you end up here? Damon is saying military training is the best mentality I found that needs to be had when trying to apply this skill, at least for me. Yeah, if you had previous military training, I would say that it is going to be a bit more, I'm not gonna say easier, but you'll fall in line with what's necessary for you to be profitable in the market because military training requires a lot of discipline and a lot of focus. And that's the same thing that's required for you to be able to trade profitably because you have to have discipline when it comes to dealing with the market. You also have to have a lot of patience and focus. Yes, Damon said the patience and discipline has to be honed on and off the charts. I agree. Yep, I agree. Here, with well, first of all, let me just talk briefly about the instrument that we trade. So these binaries, binary options, they are the simplest instrument, in my opinion, that you could ever trade because it just simply requires that you're correct about where the market ends in order for you to win your trade. And winning your trade means being profitable. So, in order for you to be profitable when you trade, you just have to be correct about where the market ends. You don't have to try to figure out where the market's going. Like, typically in trading and in the markets, people are trying to figure out, is the market going up? Is it going down? And then they try to capitalize off of their prediction. So, you know, the majority of people are thinking that you have to predict where the market is going, like what direction is going to move in, and then position yourself in that direction and be right about it. So, like, let's say that you are thinking that the market is going up and you're positioning your trade for the market to be in a buy or in a, to basically require that up movement for you to make money. Now, if the market goes down first and you're trading an instrument like Forex, you don't necessarily have to exit the trade because it went down on you. Like you can stay in the trade and just wait because the market may go up later or, whatever the case may be. But the point is that if you're not correct about where the market is going, then now you have to deal with the drawdown. So, in other words, you predicted that it's going to go up. It didn't go up first. It went down first. Now you got to sit there in the trade and wait for it to go up. And it quite possibly, will go up at some point, but you got to wait for that. You understand? I mean, the same thing would be in the stock market, any market that you're trading. When you're predicting direction, you got to like figure out, all right, the market I believe is going to go in that direction. It's going to reach that point, and then you're building a trade around that. You understand? Um, so as you build that, hold on, add a little more creamer to my joint, just a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, so as you are anticipating the direction that you think the market is moving in, you basically are making a prediction, and now you got to wait for that to play out. So you either write about it now, or you write about it later, or you wrong about it now and maybe write about it later, or you wrong about it now and wrong about it later too. So it's a lot of possibilities when you are in a trade predicting, right? And I mean that's just what it is. Like that's just the nature of it. You said your charts is 10 seconds ahead of mine. Let me see something. Might need to refresh this. 11:06. Let me see something. I don't know why it's showing like that. Not sure why it's showing like that. Morning, Juice.
I've been up this entire time.
I've
been up this entire time. Waiting to wait.
Oh, what were you doing?
I was listening to you.
Okay. All right. I'm having my coffee, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. Are you stirring
Don't talk about me stirring my coffee. My wife doesn't like the fact that I stir my coffee for so long, so she makes fun of me. Huh? It's annoying. How dare you? It's a requirement. The stirring mixes all the ingredients properly to get the perfect texture. My daughter talking crap to me. So I'm not. Yeah, the lag I was talking about. I'm not. I don't know if it's still there or not. But I refreshed. Chandra, good morning. Oh, Jermaine said it's always been that way. Oh, so y'all are always, what is it, 10 seconds ahead of me? Are y'all serious? You know what it might be? I think it's the lag. It's just a lag. There must be a 10-second lag or something like that in the stream. So when you're seeing it, you seeing it 10 seconds ago. And got to stir up the ground so you don't choke. So Tony said he was just looking around on YouTube for a good channel to follow. Been losing money on 80% of his trades, so I figured I needed help. Oh, okay. So Tony, you already have had experience trading. Got you. So you were looking for trading content. Got you. You gotta turn that off. Huh? What you mean? Uh, it's not supposed to play anything, right? Uh, you gotta turn it down. Yeah, but it's as far as the trading goes, what I was saying a moment ago, with when you're predicting, and this will be valuable for those of you who may be already familiar with, Forex, crypto, stock market, whatever you're trading. We know that you have to anticipate the direction of the market in order for you to profit. Like that's just what it is. So you got to be correct about your prediction in order to make money. So if you're buying and you're anticipating the market to move higher, the market has to move higher for you to make money. Um, Binaries are a much simpler instrument because the market doesn't necessarily have to move anywhere. It just has to be positioned relative to the option and you can make money, if that makes sense. So you really are more so becoming familiar with behaviors in the market so that you understand how the market's moving and then you can position trades on the binaries based on understanding how the market is moving at the time. Um, So basically, if you can figure out how to understand the movement of the market, you don't have to predict the direction of the market. And that's super powerful. Super, super powerful. See, because with everything that you trade, with the exception of binaries, you have to kind of make a prediction of where the market is headed. You're planning your trade based on where you think the market is going to go. The market is going to go to a level above where it is now, or it's going to go to a level below where it is now. The only problem is that you don't know at what point it will go to those levels. So you might be right, but you just may not be right now. You understand? Your prediction could be correct a month from now, but this week the market ain't going there. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you have to deal with. You have to always deal with that component of what's happening in the market. You always have to deal with that, like no matter what. So binaries, you don't have to deal with that. And that's why I like the binary so much. Matter of fact, I love the binaries on NADEX. I love it because you don't have to do any of that. You don't got to figure out where the market's going. You can just see where the market is and see how it's moving now, where it is. And then you can build and structure your position around that information. You don't got to figure out, oh, I wonder if it's going to go up. I think it's going to go up. It's moving up. I think it's going to go higher. Like you're guessing. But when you can look at the market objectively and just see, all right, the market is here and it's doing this. The market is here and it's moving like this. Now, when you make a decision, because it's a binary, all you have to do is be correct about where the market ends up. You don't have to try to figure out where the market is going to go, if that makes any sense. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Yeah, Tony, I can imagine. I can imagine. Slow internet. So, Tony, how long have you been in the markets? And did you learn about it when you were or I should say since you've been in it, or like before that? When did you learn about trading? Let me look at this NADEX platform. Set this alarm too. The market actually starting to not look so bad. Starting to not look too bad. Uh, let me see. So I think there's a lag on this. I don't know how long the lag is for, but it's a lag. Definitely a lag. And I don't know why it does this. We can test it. We can test what? I've always known that there's definitely a delay. I just didn't. I never knew how long it was for. I think and then it varies too from platform to platform. The fastest one is probably YouTube. So, in other words, the platform with the least amount of delay is YouTube, but the Facebook delay is long. It's like like maybe 30 seconds. Oh, excuse me. Um, what else was I about to do? About to do something else. What the hell was I about to do? Oh, I remember now what I was going to do. Okay. Mo, what's good? Alvin, what's going on? Damon, someone was mentioning that there's a 10-second difference between what they see on my platform on the time and what theirs is. I think it was Melanie and Jermaine. They mentioned that there's a difference, just like about 10 seconds or whatever. Yeah, I see that. God bless you. It was the same time. And you're on, right, because you're on YouTube too. You got to smother that, juice. Smother that. Yeah, YouTube, there's a very, if there's any lag, it's very small. But I know that there's a lag on Facebook, definitely. But there's a lot that plays into that too. You know, your internet speed, all of that type of stuff plays into the lag that you'll have. So if you got a real bad lag, it's probably because your internet is garbage. Now I'm just messing with y'all. Your internet is trash, man. That's why your shit is lagging. I'm just joking. Yeah, I got fiber now, so my internet speed is crazy. Fiber optics is no joke. I think fiber is the fastest out there. The only thing that might be faster than that is satellite. Yeah, they got net zero. Net zero speed. Crazy. I can't talk about net zero. I used to use net zero. When they first came out, I ain't gonna front. I was using net zero. Sure was. I even had upgraded to the paid net zero. It was like $20 a month. Yeah, dollar. How do you trade over 999 contracts? I don't know. I never did that much. I never went that high. Net Arctic. Oh, snap. That's funny. So right now, for example, the time is 11:21, right? This is the US session. and look how the market looks. Look how it looks. See, people just automatically assume certain things in certain sessions, and I always tell folks not to do that. Don't ever put the market in a box. Oh, it's the U.S. session. The market is going to be, it's going to have more volume, more volatility, more momentum, blah 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 blah. The market does whatever it wants to do. So when you learn this skill, what you're really learning to do is to identify and recognize what environment and what behavior you're in. So, in other words, what is the market currently presenting as far as environment and behavior? How fast is it moving? How slow is it moving? And how is the movement? So, you being able to always recognize that is the skill set. That's what the skill set is. Has nothing to do with what session you're in. And you can't assume that whatever session you're in is going to dictate how the market is. So, for example, you can't assume, oh, we're in the Asian session, the market is going to be slow. It's going to be consolidating. We're in the US session, the market is going to be moving faster with more volatility, more momentum. You can't make any assumptions. We're in the London session. Oh, the market is going to be moving super fast. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Carrie, what's happening? Carrie said he's multitasking. Yep, that's what we do. Oh, excuse me. I know that technology is amazing. I know that much. It's just crazy. Sitting down, drinking coffee, watching the charts, and streaming live on 3 platforms. Sanity. All right, so we're gonna relocate this. But just since I've been on here, I've seen the market just gradually, transitioning into a slower environment, just overall. And that's something that it's good to watch the market transition because you get to see how people that are not in the know get caught up and they get trapped and they get into trades that don't really make sense to be in at the time because of how the market is, but they don't know that. A lot of people, when they're looking at opportunities to trade, they're basing everything on the setup of the trade, but they're not looking at the actual behavior of the market at the time. So when they make their decision, the fact that they don't account for how the market is actually moving at the time, they could miss the actual behavior present and they'll end up being in their good trade that's set up, but they'll be in the trade at the wrong time. And then the market behaves in a way that they were not prepared for, and they end up losing their trade. Like it happens all the time. It happens all the time to people. And then they're trying to figure out, oh, well, maybe I should be entering earlier, or maybe I entered too early. I should be entering the trade later. It has nothing to do with the trade. What you're missing is being able to recognize what the market behavior actually is at the time. And because you miss that, when you take your trade, it could go either way. You might win the trade, but y'all know, people have been in trades that have won and they might have barely won, or maybe they were losing at first and then it ends up coming back and then they win the trade. And it's like, well, did you really want to be in that trade where 1 minute it looked like you were losing and then you ended up winning? You felt good that you won, but the fact that it moved that way is bigger than the fact that you won the trade. That's the part that people miss. It's like you have to understand where the real value is. The value is not on the fact that you won the trade. The value is on understanding the movement that was present at the time, which is why you ended up winning that trade. And as you learn how to understand that movement, you don't put yourself in that position because you realize that it doesn't make sense to be in the market if it's moving like that. You see how valuable that is? Like, I'm telling y'all, man, that like that's the difference. That's the main difference. And that is why people will continuously suffer the same consequence over and over again because they never learn that. They never get it. But we understand. We understand, though. On Team Alliance, we get it. And that's why we make observation priority number one. So while people are trying to get into trades and looking for trade setups and all of that, we're not worried about like getting into trades. That's another thing. I mean, like even right now, I'm just observing the market. I'm not really concerning myself with trying to get into a trade. I'm more so just simply understanding how the market is moving, and then I'm going to base all of my decision making off of that. So I'll know not to do anything because the market is still moving, in a way that's not stable yet. That's the discipline also that you have to develop. Yep. Them said they're not in the trading business, they're in the gambling business, which leads to drinking. Bingo. This is what we do right here. We don't take trades, we receive trades from the market. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not an author, so I can't give out Don DeMarco's, but that's Don DeMarco right there. Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco. All right, so need to heat this coffee up. Y'all hold on. Yeah, that's that synergy. That's that synergy. Walker said, feel pretty damn good to set up my vision box on the chart. Flip to yours and see the same thing. Yep. We're doing that because we're seeing the same thing. And the key to duplication is exactly that. It's exactly that. People think that, oh well, I want to be able to copy your trades. The only way to copy my trades is to copy my mind. You got to copy this mindset. You got to copy that. And that's the part that people, I think, miss a lot of times because they're thinking that, well, the reason that he's able to trade like that is because his strategy is good. When there's no strategy to begin with, it's mindset and then it's execution of a process. That's it. That's it. So when you have the right mindset first, the process I give you, you'll do. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to do the process. You're going to do everything except the process. You'll figure out how to mess it up. It never fails. It never fails. And that's why some people never catch on because they think that it's a strategy, not realizing that it's an entire mindset that's a part of the skill set that you're learning. So if you don't work on your mindset first, you'll never get it anyway because you'll never develop the patience and discipline that you need to actually execute the process. And that's it, brother. That's it, bro, man. Um, oh, that's what I didn't do. I didn't put this. Mhm. Let me refresh this. But you can see even now the market is transitioning. You can still see it. Like it really starts to just become more and more obvious as you develop your eye, you know? Hmm. That's a good cup of Joe right there. Hmm. Oh, excuse me. Mhm. Euro is looking good. The euro is looking good. Willis, good morning. David Johnson was good. Muffin woman, what's happening? Vision, to move the box, you just click, you just hold it. Like when you put your mouse over it, you see the little hand. It's like a little hand appears. It looks like a palm, like this. It looks like this. And you just click it and hold it, and then you can move it like that. Click, hold, and then move. You can see the market attempting to create a barrier, but um, there's still some speed present. So sometimes what happens when the market has speed in it is there'll be behavior in it too that you can't see. That's why you have to be very aware of environment and behavior, because the more familiar that you become through observation, the easier that you're able to recognize it when it is there. Like some people don't even know that it's there. Jason Jackson, I gotta put you in the timeout. Jason, I'm putting you in timeout for 5 minutes. Jason is hard headed, I see. He come on every time and do that, and I tell him no, to stop doing it. Hard headed, Jason. All right, Vision. So you good? Cool. Oh, excuse me. It's interesting that people don't realize that NADEX is the best platform out here. I still find that interesting. But I think that a lot of it just has to do with the fact that there are more, more popular platforms that are more in the mainstream, more commercialized. People just don't know about NADEX, let alone binaries. They don't even like people that think that they know about binary options. They know about it from the perspective of these overseas brokers that are unregulated and just terrible. So they think that binary options is something that is a bad thing. So this is like an uphill battle, really just, you know, bringing people to the awareness of NADEX, raising up people's understanding of what binary options on NADEX actually is, how they're nothing like the binary options that you see on these overseas brokers platforms at all. There's nothing like that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. They keep seeing enough of this, they'll figure it out eventually. All right, I'm in coffee mode, y'all. They got excuse me. I'm in sip mode. Really? Disgusting. Some birds is out there. Birdman is out there. What did I call the other one? What was his name? Jay? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was Birdman. It was something else. He had a real name. His name was like Thermophilus or something. His name was like Antonopoulos. He'd be talking to the birds. Well, I'll be talking to the birds. They don't believe me. They don't think that the birds talk to me. The birds speak to me. They talk to me all the time. Yeah, his name is Birdman. His name is Birdman. Yeah, there's a bird. His name is Birdman. Like that's his name. That's what he told me his name was. Well, damn, the mic is like that. I can't actually hear anything in the headphones, but I'm using the headphones for the mic. So it's the mic on these headphones. It's crazy. She said she could hear me swallow. Pause. Damn. All right, damn. Maybe I could turn it down some. Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. Jeez. Let me see. Is that better? I just turned it down halfway. So is that better or worse? If it's better, I'll leave it. If it's not, then yeah, I had to pause that. I had to pause that. I paused it instantly. Oh, it's using ice water? Okay. Oh, snap. Yeah, definitely Dr. Doolittle vibes. Um, all right, Mo. Okay, swallow sound is going. Good. Unpause. It's not as offensive. Yeah, I had to turn the mic was at 100. I turned it to 50. Goodness. You can hear out in space. Okay, Aussie's looking good too, huh? I noticed that the Aussie tends to look really good, kind of a lot. I don't know if that's, you know, just coincidental or if that's really what be going on. But yeah, I do notice that the Aussie has a tendency to definitely present stability quite often. Elbow cough. Conspire got Apple Jackson charts. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Right, right. Out of position. No pricing, stuff like that. But I mean, that's just part of the dynamic, of course. So that goes to show you, even when the market, and I talked about this last week on one of the podcasts, just talking about, even when the market does stabilize, it doesn't mean a trade is going to come. But what's more important than a trade coming is knowing that the market was stable at the time, like no matter what. So you want to always be aware of what's happening. You don't necessarily want to just be looking for a trade. Matter of fact, you don't want to ever be looking for a trade. You want that trade to come to you, but you do want to know that the time is right when the trade does come, versus you seeing a trade come, but the time ain't right. Like, oh, there's a trade, but the time is not right. You need to know that the time ain't right so that you ignore the trade. It's crazy. I need y'all to record, man. I talk to folks that be having, they be having issues with, not with what we're doing, but they're just overcoming their own personal issues with their understanding of what we're doing. And when you record and I can see your record and I can see what you're doing so that I can kind of guide you. Not to mention that recording is just, it's you documenting your journey. Like, it's important that you document your journey. Gotta document your journey. That's how you elevate along the journey. You'll never fall. All right. Oh, that's what I wanted to. Okay, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I glanced at that briefly earlier in the chat. There was who had posted that in the group chat? I forgot who posted that. Just refresh my memory. Refresh my memory. You'll never fall. And yeah, I've got to start recording. Yeah, I got to start recording, man. Oh, it's Ken. Ken Taylor. Ken, are you on here now? Let me see if he's here. Ken, are you on here now, sir? Yo, Jay Carly's a nut. Yo, she is a nut. He said, how we feel about NADEX sending the payout 0, but it's a win. Asking for a friend. Stupid. If the payout is 0, it's not a win. Like, let's just be clear immediately. If the payout is 0, you did not win the trade. All right? You did not win the trade. This is another reason, again, why it's so important to record. Gotta record. Don't know, don't care. He said that. There was a recorded MRMH or not? So, all right, let me just take a look at something because I want to just get an idea of what happened. First of all, let me just see what actually happened. So, from what I saw on what the trade was, the trade loss, it was on. Let me see something. Let me go back. Cat, if you listen, sit down somewhere, man. I said sit down. He sits down. Good boy. Sit, Ubu, sit. That's your new name, Ubu. Some of y'all don't remember that commercial. All right, so wait, what happened to it? I thought I just had it up because I want to look at it so I can process this. Let me look at this. So it was on a USD CAD. Well, first of all, shout out to Ken for being up at 3:50 in the morning. He was up at 3:50 a.m. So this was on the USD CAD, and it was for the 2563 strike, and he was in a buy, and it expired at 25619. So the market closed underneath the strike. Strike was 2563. It closed at 2561, or technically 25619. So it closed under the strike. That's why the trade lost. So what was the issue? I don't understand what the question is. When she told you get dressed, better get dressed. Get dressed before you get left. You know she'll leave you. You better get dressed. Did you take your shower yet? You better hurry up. You over here playing games. Take your shower and get dressed. Huh? Listen, you talking to me, you better go get ready. I'm trying to help you. Trying to help you. So I'm not sure what the issue was here. So he said that he won and got paid on a partial fill. So it was a partial. So it was all right. So it was for two contracts. What was the actual amount for? So that's okay. So that looks like what happened. He thought he sold, but he bought. Yeah, it was 11 micropips. Like it was a clear losing trade. $20 buy. Oh, so it was a $20 buy. All right, so that explains it. So if he bought at 20, that means he was trying to sell at 20. So he clicked the wrong button. Click buy instead of sell, which has happened to many of us before. So I'm hoping he understands that that's what he did. He was 100% sure he got paid. And I wouldn't. I don't know if that's 100%. That's 100% that you did not get paid. You would have gotten paid if you clicked sell, but you did not get paid, so you lost $20. Actually, you lost $40. Yeah. So yeah, I will talk to Ken. I'll bring his attention at some point. I'll get his attention and talk to him. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand what you're doing first of all. Yeah, and I mean that's an honest mistake, but the real problem is not even the mistake. The problem is thinking that you didn't make a mistake and that you actually made money. One, you did not make money. And the email clearly it said the payout amount is zero. So you didn't win. Two, you clicked the wrong button. So you got to know that you made a couple of mistakes and that what you thinking happened did not happen. So we want to always have full clarity at all times. We can't be thinking that we're doing something that we're not. He was sticking by that. Okay. He was frustrated from the assist. Oh, so he was frustrated when y'all were correcting him. I understand. I got you. This euro's looking good. The euro's looking good. It's shaping up. Euro is shaping up. Yeah, yeah. You can't get irritated. Oh, because it was too many of y'all trying to correct him. That's what it was, huh? Yo was ganging up on him. Maurice, yes, it is. And of course, this is my opinion, but I mean, if you peruse through the content on this channel, you'll see why I say that NADEX is better. For one, just as a trading platform, it's better. Two, the instrument that we have access to, which is the binary option, is better. So the binary option makes it possible for you to simplify your ability to trade and to actually be profitable because the binary doesn't require that the market goes anywhere. See, like when you trade Forex, the market actually has to go up or down. in order for you to profit. If you're not correct about where the market goes, you won't make money. Then on top of that, if you create like a target for where you want it to go, the market might get close to the target, not hit the target, and then come back the other way on the same trade. So you got to deal with that element of it as well. Now with binaries, you don't have to deal with that because the market is going to either remain in position above or below the line. So like the binary is like this line in the sand, and it either is going to, the market is either going to remain above or it's going to remain below when the clock runs out. That right there alone simplifies the whole trading process, because you don't got to figure out, oh, well, I think it's going to go this far and hit this level. It doesn't have to go anywhere. All it has to do is end up being in the right position, either above or below the line. It doesn't matter by how much it's in position. It could be in position by 1 micro pip and you'll win. So if you are able to navigate the behavior in the market more so, then you'll be able to recognize that behavior and know that the right time is present for you to be in a trade. You see, instead of you trying to predict where the market is going, which is what everybody does. And that's why everybody be losing, because you can't predict where the market is going. You're guessing. But with the binaries, you don't have to make a prediction. Just learn behavior and you'll see what the market is doing right now. And then you can base your trade off of that information. So that's why I'm saying that NADEX is better than Forex. But that's a good question. Kenneth, that's what you think happened? It could be. It was 3:50 in the morning. Could be. Now, this is what I call seeing the glass half full. Exactly. Exactly. That's a good point, Eric. Yeah, you can't argue with the market. The market does. The market already won the argument. Oh, Nico chimed in. I got to go back and read because I missed the whole thing. I'll read it. But this is a fact too. What Reg is saying, the market is more brutal than any criticism. Yeah, so it's better that you get corrected by the group than to be corrected by the market. The market don't care about you at all, and don't care about your feelings either. You just have money missing in your account. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Maurice. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that is helpful. Walker. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up. Let me pull that up now. So Walker recorded the 12:05. Don't take a look at that because I wasn't paying attention. I was listening to y'all. Well, let's go to the videotape. All right, let's take a look real quick. So do I got to stop this? Yeah. So I got to stop that. And Then come back here and share it. The tab, where's the tab at? Recording 360, this one? Yeah, it gotta be this one. All right, so this is what Walker just sent me. So we're gonna take a look at this real quick. So this was the 1205 on the EU just now. Isn't that cool how you could just share recording? That's crazy. All right, so let's take a look. So 6971. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, +1. Let's see how it finished. Well, I would say that the movement at the end, because there's still that much movement, I would not use that, and I would dismiss that. Did it set up? Yes. Was the setup valid? Yes. What was the behavior? Behavior was pretty stable overall. What was the environment? It was too much movement. So I would say no. Now, do y'all understand why I'm saying no? Let's talk about that, because that was good. That was very good, actually. That was excellent. That was excellent. And Walker, what are your thoughts? Because I know that me saying that, it's like, wait, what? It's not valid. And I'm not going to say that it is MRMH because of what I just mentioned about the overall movement still present. So because I'm still seeing that much movement still in the market, I would dismiss the permission, because I don't want permission if there's still too much overall movement. Does that make sense? I don't want the permission to be because of the validity of the trade setting. I want the permission to be because of the presence of stability in the market, and also range, clustering. You understand? Does that make sense? But that was very good, because now we can talk about that. And he said the 1210 was a replica of the same thing, which was this. So if the 1210 did the same thing, it's the same thing. And you can see what I'm saying, like what I'm describing. Like, just look at the overall. You can see that there's just not enough clustering. The range is also too wide. Do y'all agree? If you just look at it. Look at the overall market. You see what I'm talking about? And because we're looking at everything in totality, we're never going to say, nah, it was good because that was a valid setup. The trade validating is not the reason that we want to have permission. The market being stable, ranging, clustering, having the barrier in place. That would be the reason why we want to have permission. Do y'all understand the difference? And this is good that we're doing this on here because all of y'all are getting to hear me say this at the same time. And look at what Jermaine said. He said it's going through the strikes. Bingo. Bingo. That's it. And Walker, yes. But because we like the behavior, it still does not give us permission. Does that make sense? I like a lot of different behavior. Like I like how stuff be looking all the time, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to use that as permission to end up in the trade if it sets up. If I know that the time is still not right, for whatever the reason is, I'm still not going to be in the trade if one comes. Because the time is not right yet. It's getting there. I like how it looked. All of that is cool. But if we know already that the time is still not right, then there's still nothing to do, including using a valid setup as permission. So what makes MRMH is stability in the market, along with all the other tools that we use to confirm the stability. What's making MRMH is not the setup. It's not the trade. This is good. Yep. When you watch the replay of this, you will understand this even more. This is good. The environment is just there's too much movement overall, and this is in response to Sadiq's question. So it's not that the behavior is not stable, it's that there's too much movement still, which means that the environment is not what we want it to be because the tools are not lining up. You don't have clustering and you don't have the range tight enough. Just like Jermaine said, if the market is moving across the strikes, where's the barrier? Like, does that make sense? Exactly. This is good. See, that right there is going to keep you out of anything that is not what we're looking for because it's just like if you got 2 out of 3, what do you do with that? Nothing. 2 out of 3 is 0. Only 3 out of 3 is going to be what we need. If there's something missing, then it's nothing. Meaning that you don't validate anything. Even if a trade sets up, it's still nothing. So was that a good trade setup? Sure. Um, did it win? Yep. Was it our trade? No. Why not? Because we didn't have 3 out of 3. That's it. Daily, what's up? This is good too, right here. What Reg is saying. Break the rules as a coin flip. Moving through the strike, no clustering range in the time. Yes. 100%. My coffee.
I'm gonna make something good here. You can't.
This might be too. You don't like the creamer. I'll make you some. The strikes also came together at 12:05 also. So you, not to say that we have to have that, but excuse me, something that you'll tend to see is when the strikes um, go from 4 to 2, the size of the box gets smaller because the distance between the strikes is smaller. So now, like, we got a smaller box. So now you can really see when the market is giving us RCB. You'll really be able to see it now. And you'll be able to see if the market is moving through the strikes, like Jermaine pointed out. That's the main thing. If you're seeing that, then there's too much going on, period. Yo, hold on. Let me get Lulu some coffee. Lulu wants some coffee. Sadiq, yeah, I did. She was excited about it. Yep, very excited. Yeah, man, congratulations again. Yes, indeed. All right, this EU starting to look pretty good. See what it look like on this next binary coming up. Yeah, definitely, definitely. How long were you like showing it for someone to pick it up? How long ago did you start actually showing it off? Because that wasn't a long time from when you first showed me up to when you told me the news. That was not long at all. And there's a lot of talented people in TA for sure. People doing all type of stuff, all types. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Very good. Very good. All right. Yeah, definitely is not. Not a joke at all. TA talent ain't no joke. Oh wow. Right. So wasn't even finished with the script yet. Crazy. But they saw enough from what you had to, to want to do something. Good stuff, man. He said the TA training conditioning me to reach my full potential. That's Don DeMarco. Yeah, but it's true. See, like this is what we talk about all the time as far as like mindset, because when you elevate your mindset, it transcends everything that you got going on. Like not just with what we doing in trading, but what you're doing just throughout your life. It transcends into everything, man. It spills over. That is a fact. That's why it works. That is why it works. Yeah, I like how the EU is looking. It's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, when you start to recognize how the market should look, and then the market starts looking like that, now you know it's only a matter of time before a trade ultimately will come if a trade is going to come. You understand what I'm saying? So if a trade is going to come, you know that the time is right for you to engage in that trade if it does come. That's powerful, man. That is powerful. 61, 305. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, make sure that you buy Bitcoin every week. Buy Bitcoin every week. For anyone that did not check out the podcast yet, there's a podcast that I recorded um, specifically speaking on Bitcoin. You can go to buybitcoineveryweek.com and you'll be able to see the podcast. It'll take you directly to it. Yeah, matter of fact, let me post that in the chat so that y'all have it. Yeah, buybitcoineveryweek.com. Well, this is hard. SG said the universe flows with what is right. Facts. He said you start to remember what it looks like after multiple times of seeing it. So you only look for that. Right. See, that right there is how important the repetition is. For sure. Repetition is everything, man. Because repetition is how you learn and unlearn. So you force out your BS too through repetition. Another thing people don't realize. So they think that they're just going to learn something, but you can't learn if you still got BS that's in the space where the learning is supposed to go. So where the knowledge is supposed to be at, if you got BS in there, the knowledge ain't got nowhere to go. That's hard. That's hard. Mm-hmm. See some momentum coming in here, but it's cool. All right, so how long we been on here for? I know we did at least 2 hours. Yeah, we right at 2 hours and change. All right, cool, man. So this was cool, man. This was cool. So how y'all feel about this? The coffee and charts. What I'll do is like if I think that I may not have time to do the podcast or if I got something else going on, if I'm around in the morning, I could do this and we can do observation just in case if for whatever reason I can't do the podcast or even the live observation at night. Like I function better in the morning when I got my coffee. So, it's like it's a good opportunity to just come on and do observation. But how y'all feel about it? If y'all like these, I'll do more of these. If y'all like these, I will definitely do more of these. Coffee and charts. Good? All right, cool. Cool. All right. Yeah, the live training I will do kind of when I have a reason to train because the the majority of what you need to know has already been covered like so many times. That's why what I'll do is I'll recommend a training in a playlist. Like the playlist has like literally I cut off the first 300 videos. So there's 300 videos not even in the playlist. But excuse me, you have from 301 to 735. So that's 435 trainings in the playlist. What I do each night is I recommend one of those videos. So even if I was to do this for like a year and change, we still won't even hit all of the videos in the playlist. But those videos have so much value in them because there's always something in a training that is going to help you now. You understand what I'm saying? Many of you have not even seen, or you might not even have been here yet for some of those live trainings. So you're seeing it for the first time. Like the one I recommended yesterday, I think was 650. I think it was 650. 650 wasn't that long ago, but some of y'all weren't even here. Like some of the newer folks were not even in the group yet. So you're watching that training for the first time. Juice, put that milk back in the fridge for me. The milk on the counter right there. Yeah, some of y'all have not even seen a lot of these trainings. So I definitely want to make sure that you get the value from it. So that's why I don't even do a live training unless there's something, specifically that I want to cover or expound on. So I might just randomly be like, yeah, I'm gonna do a live training, but I'll announce that in the group chat and you'll know beforehand. But yeah, I mean the door is open for that. The playlist got hundreds of trainers in it that I recommend, one each night. Then on top of that, I'm doing the lives throughout the day. Like this is one that I can do. I do the podcast. I'll do the live market observation at night. So there's always something that's going on that's feeding you. You understand? Always, no matter what it is. And all of it is super valuable. And Melody said, I love it because I'm awake. Right, that coffee got you up, got you going. Yeah, Chandra likes it. This is amazing. We need more of it. I got you. Yeah, we're gonna keep it going. already, already in your daily watch. Yeah, that live yesterday was crazy. That was crazy. And I remember that. I remember when I had did it, and I was like, "Dad, man, this is good." So yesterday, when I was thinking about just different ones that kind of stood out in my head, I remembered that one. I was like, "Let's go back. Let's go back to it." Yep. And I mean, to be honest, they all kind of be like that. Like there's so many of them, and all of them make you feel that way. You just feel like, whoa, man, like how did I miss this? Where was I? It's crazy. Who's that, Grandma? Look on the camera. Make sure you know who it is first. Hold on, let me let me go to this door. Hold on a second. All right, you're still on here, huh? Oh, yeah, not looking bad at all. Not looking bad at all. Yeah, when it starts looking like this, it's only a matter of time. The market is going to set up a trade when everything is in place that we need to be there. Then it'll eventually get to it, or it just won't. But either way, it doesn't matter because we're only going to do what we do when the market gives us everything. So not only does the market need to give us the stability that we're waiting for, but we also wait for the market to give us the actual trade itself. And by doing that, you're not going to lose. And that's the key to making this work for you long term, not losing. People don't realize how valuable that is. People think that it's about winning all the time. It's about understanding why you're not going to lose first and foremost, and then winning becomes the byproduct of that. So if you know that you're not going to lose because of the way that you're seeing the market and what you're waiting for the market to give to you, then it's only a matter of time before you end up being in a trade that's going to win, and you know why it's winning. Like you know the outcome of that trade before you even take the trade. So yeah, man. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. James K, what's going on? Anyone that's making their way on, if you're just coming on, make sure that you give the video a thumbs up, give it a like, a heart, whatever you got. If you're not in the public Team Alliance Facebook group, also make sure that you join the public group. That way, you'll ensure that you'll get a notification when I'm live. So, this live is something new that I wanted to try out. Coffee and charts. That's what this one is called. This will be volume one. So it's just basically live observation with coffee. Coffee and charts on NADEX with yours truly. All right. So this was a good observation. Very good observation. I'll probably continue to watch for a little bit and just take it easy. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. Take a look and see how this one finishes. All right, floating around with that 1917 strike, but the behavior looks good. Yeah, behavior looks real good actually. Behavior looks real good. All right, y'all, I'm about to go get a salad, man. About to go get me a salad. Go get some vitamin D. What's the sun? The sun is vitamin D, right? Sunlight is vitamin D? Yeah. Vitamin sunlight. Whatever it is. All right, y'all. So I'm out. Y'all make sure that you're tuned in. I will see if I'm gonna be doing a podcast in a little while. Um, more than likely I will, but I'll see. I'll see what goes on. But this is good. So I'll definitely be doing more of these in the mornings. And yeah, I know what it is, man. Mark Fuller, Team Alliance. So this is Coffee and Charts Volume 1. And I'm out. I will see y'all later. All right, y'all. Deuces.